Hey guys, Wolfie here. This is a video for City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global. This is the 21st or 22nd of December 2020, depending on your time zone. This is going to be a 2-for-1 rework analysis video. I'm going to be going over both Kam'lanaut and Ciaran in the same video. You're kind of wondering why, and I'm going to have a bit of a confession and an announcement here. So the rework analysis is going to be a 2-in-1 for this video. This is probably going to be the only time I'm going to be doing this for at least a while. So this is going to be the first video for DFFOO this month. The second one is the 7-character spotlight. You know, where I go over on things revolving around her. So those are going to be the only 2 videos for DFFOO this month. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit more focus on Ruby for the channel. I'm pretty much going where my views are. But in addition to that, I have been getting slammed left and right at work, as well as other real-life applications which are equally important to my job. So I've basically been very much unable to do anything, you know, for the community for the month for the most part, because I've been just so busy. I simply do not have time really to do much for DFFOO, as well as the whole thing with Ruby. So it's one of those I do have to apologize for. Like I said, this rework analysis video is going to be a 2-in-1 because I'm going to be talking about Ciaran and Kam'lanaut in the same video. It's something I've never done. Excuse me. So hopefully, if I do something like this again, you'll probably find out the hard way. And again, I do apologize. I just been so busy. I barely have any time to even play the game. This is just how chaotic my life has been for this month at the very least, as well as parts of November. So without any further delay, I will say though, let me grab this thing right here. The usual disclaimer: any opinion in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. I will be referring to this Tonberry Troop as well as the City Database website, so I'll have links to both in the description below. I will also have a Reddit post, you know, that has Kam'lanaut's or like rework in sense of like how people feel about it. That's on that. I will reveal here as a bit of a spoiler for Global that Kam'lanaut does get the LD weapon extension to his character enhancement board. So he does have that coming up for Global. So stay tuned for that when it comes. I'm not sure at all about Ciaran, so don't quote me on him. But I will say that Kam'lanaut does get an LD extension to his CEB. So with that bit out of the way, I'm going to go into the in-game news regarding the, how do I want to say this, for the Ciaran, LD weapon, his rework. So we're going to go into in-game news there. I'm going to go over him first because his Lost Chapter just came out on Global Public for last night here in the U.S., because I live in the U.S., so, and that is Sandy. Don't know if he's dozing off or not, but that's him. The kitty. And that is a boy, so. Anyway, so we're going to go over the banner regarding the Ciaran LD weapon. I don't have anything for Kam'lanaut because, like I said, I've just been so busy, and unfortunately, there's nothing here for Kam'lanaut's LD weapon. You know, you have to go through like Reddit, Twitter, the database website, that sort of thing. So we're just going to jump into the Ciaran Lost Chapter banner info. This does have a free multi. And we're going to go over the Ciaran LD weapon in more detail. The ability itself is called Shadow Blade. The name of the weapon is called Bastard Sword. And what it does is the information you see here. Now, it says here, you know, the enframed both worlds' memories. This raises the party's initial bravery. Amount stolen bravery may exceed max. Restores a certain amount of bravery. Does not stack with the same type. This is a, okay, we're going to go into the special effect here. Now we're going to go into the 1 out of 3 stuff right here. Yeah, that was Sandy. He is he loves getting attention, so you have to forgive the cat for that. This is pretty much, yeah, 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3. Now, with this is pretty damn good. And if I would say so for myself. Now we're going to jump into the character adjustments. Let me see if I have anything here. Nope. Yeah, okay. So this is Ciaran in the rework in the nutshell. Now you have to forgive Sandy. He's trying to get my attention. And I'm doing the best I could. So basically, this is the post rework, the special effect drop of mirror. And this is the information in red. Now the rework he gets is to skill 1, which is bash, which is the information you see here in red. And skill 2, which is the information you see here. Now, the good thing with skill 2, this does deal splash damage. This is really good for him in the sense of, like, dealing AoE damage. Now, from my understanding, I think he does get a free skill usage, so it's one of those, it's like, yeah. Now, the thing with Ciaran, you know, in my personal opinion, is that there's not much I can really say about him, you know, in the sense of, like, because I don't use him all that much. But, I mean, if I were to really look at it based on this and this alone, it's not a bad rework, but I think he could use a little bit more. I mean, as far as we know, I don't think that he gets a, I don't think he has his LD board of the character enhancement boards as of yet. So I think he's going to need that alongside a secondary rework to really, you know, make the most of what he can do. Because you only have, like, certain means to have a free skill usage. It's like, that's not too good in sense of longevity, in my personal opinion. But it is what it is for what he does. So if I were to do a secondary rework on Ciaran, I would probably say more uses on skill 2, maybe. That's the only thing I can really think about. And maybe some, you know, improved percentages, all that stuff. So that's the only thing I can really see for Ciaran in the sense of that. I mean, again, I don't really use him. I do have his gear outside his, the high armor as well as the LD weapons. So that's that on Ciaran. There for Kam'lanaut, basically, with his rework in a nutshell, basically, it's like, they improved, you know, certain, like, buffs and debuffs, you know, sense of duration, all that jazz. However, the problem he has still remains is that you have to rebuild his stacks if his bravery gets broken. You have to really rebuild his stacks. And the thing is, it's like, with him having a tank with him in the party, it's like, that could be a bit problematic due to what, you know, a certain debuff that he does. So it's one of those bizarre catch-22s with Kam'lanaut. So with Kam'lanaut, what I would see for him, in the sense of a secondary rework, and again, Kam'lanaut does have his LD extension to the CEP on JP. It should be coming to global in the future. So outside of that, I do feel that he needs to do treatment, meaning that regardless if he has bravery or his bravery is broken, he still has his stacks. That way, you don't waste so much time trying to rebuild. And I do feel, you know, giving him some more uses of, like, skill 1, skill 2, you know, that probably will help a little bit in that regard. So, but that's just me personally. So, like I said, this is a 2-in-1, you know, and if I were to speculate on who I felt got the better rework, I may have to give this one to Ciaran, because with Kam'lanaut, like I said, he has that Deuce pre-rework problem, still being that if his bravery gets broken, you have to rebuild his stacks. And the thing is, for Kam'lanaut, he needs that Deuce rework type treatment, meaning that even if his bravery gets broken, he still has his stacks intact. You don't have to waste that much time. And then with Ciaran, you know, I think he does need some more skill uses to, you know, address the longevity issue. So, with that, the other video for this month is going to be the character spotlight quick tips featuring 7 from Final Fantasy Type 0. And I do have to sign off because Sandy here is craving enough attention. You probably have seen him enough in this video. And I would be a bad auntie if I neglected him, even though he's one attentive and sweetheart of a kitty. So with that, I'm done with this video. So with Wolvie here signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.